agreed to. Ms Lauder.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'd just like to make a few very brief comments relating specifically to the planning and land management and heritage aspects of Mr Gentleman's ministerial statement today. One of the points he makes is that the government is exploring innovative engagement tools and ensuring that varied communities across Canberra are heard, including previously unheard voices. It's interesting when the best way for the government to engage with the whole community would start with involving all groups, even those that disagree with the government. Every individual and group has the right to express an opposite view to the government. Remember, that's what's called democracy. So we shouldn't be locking people out of community panels, locking people out and making community meetings by invitation only. That means that other voices, unheard voices, remain unheard. In saying that, Madam Speaker, we know that the government doesn't like to hear the voices of those that disagree with them. They refuse to deal with them, and that makes it harder for us to ensure that all voices are heard. Some of the examples we've heard about the government refusing to attend events and talk with people include master builders, Clubs ACT and the greyhound industry. A lot of people don't engage with development in their area until development work begins. That's why it's important to ensure that all voices are heard and not have closed consultation systems. Earlier this year, we had a new Chief Planner appointed, and the new Chief Planner is exploring opportunities to embrace collaborative conversations and build trust to deliver better outcomes for our city, and that's great to hear. It's great to see that the government have finally realised that the people of Canberra have lost trust and faith in planning in Canberra. Our once great planned city has become a city that's run by and for the benefit of the union movement in many aspects of our work. The Minister also points to his work on housing choices, looking at the issue of what's been called the missing middle. It's a particular problem in Canberra where it sometimes feels like the options are either a standalone home or an apartment and very few options in between. The government talks about the missing middle, yet in this year's budget increased unit titling of lease variation charges for unit titling by 300%, making it increasingly unaffordable for townhouses to be developed on Schedule 1 land. It's a matter of doing one thing but saying another. Also, I'd like to just briefly mention the point about swimming pool safety education. The government did have quite a comprehensive 2011 consultation on swimming pools, yet we've never seen what else is to come out of that, and that's been quite a long time now that we've been waiting to see the results of that consultation. The Minister makes mention of our territory's proud heritage being a prominent focus. Yet, apparently it's not so prominent. There's not one achievement relating to heritage in the Minister's statement today. So obviously there's a lot more work that needs to be done in that area. We've heard this government has been in power for quite some time. It now appears they're trying to fix problems of their own making. The missing middle, providing more housing choices for people. What have they been doing over the past few years that they now have to address those problems and fix the problems that they themselves have created? There's still a lot of work to do in the planning area. It's good to see that there are some points for improvement mentioned in the Minister's statement, and I will look forward to continuing to encourage the Minister to consult and communicate more with the community to ensure the best outcomes.
Thank you, Ms Lauder. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it.